Oh, the plot thickens. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day. Thank you so much for taking the time to support the channel. Today, we'll be playing with Bant Control. We have the new Teferi with the infinite life gain / mana ability, which is really cool. We also have Liar in deck, shutting down all counter magic, allowing us to recast everything from our grave, which is really cool. So this is one of my favorite control decks I've seen so far, or, you know, I guess that I've made, I should say, within the set. So really excited to showcase it to everybody. Make sure to support the channel if you can. Like the video, subscribe, maybe even become a Patreon, all available within that Linktree link. You can also join the community Discord here, partake in the contest, the giveaways, the tournaments, all for free with great big cash prizes. So with this all out of the way, thank you all one more time. I can't tell you how much I really appreciate it. Let's take a look at the deck. Back to the Future, right? A little bit of a themed deck here. I've been trying to theme my decks a little bit. This is a Bant Control deck though, 60 card best of 1, 3.3 average mana value with 29 non-creatures and only 6 creatures. We do have 25 land in the deck to support the higher curve here, above 2.5. I always like to take an extra land, right? So the main focus of the deck is Liar, Disciple of the Drowned for 5. It's a 3/4. Spells can't be countered, and each instant and sorcery card in your graveyard has Flashback. The Flashback cost is equal to that card's mana cost. This is very, very, very good, right? We're casting the majority of our deck, like we've seen, as non-creature spells, instances, and sorceries. So we'll get just inherent virtual card advantage through the ability to cast from our grave, which is deadly. Aside from that, spells can't be countered, but you know what they can be? Basically just divided by 0, bounce. So return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater to its owner's hand and learn. This is very, very good, right? So Liar's out, nothing can be countered. They try to play something, boom, you just send it right back to their hand. Not quite as good as a counter. However, we get the learn into our sideboard, and all of our sideboard cards can be played not once, but twice with Liar. And then the same goes with divide by 0. So we get to do that all over again. And we'll get into that sideboard a second time, right? So it can be played twice. It grabs 2 cards that each can be played twice as well. That's where we're getting some serious card advantage within this deck. But don't hold your breath, because there's so much more to get through. Teferi, Who Slows the Sunset. For 4 mana, a 4/4 +1. Choose up to 1 target artifact, 1 target creature, and 1 target land. Untap the permanents that you control, tap the permanents that you don't control, gain 2 life. -2, look at the top 3, 1 into your hand, the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. -7, you untap all permanents during each opponent's untap step and draw a card during each opponent's draw step. Holy Toledos, that's absolutely insane. So we have this Lithoform engine. For 2, we can tap it, copy target activated or triggered ability you control. You may choose new targets. We also have things like the Accomplished Alchemist, tap to add mana, 2/5 for 4, tap to add X mana of any color where X is the amount of life you gain that turn. Or the Root Coil Creeper for 2, a 2/2, tap for adding 1 mana of any color, tap to add 2 mana of any one color to cast a card with Flashback, which is insane, because that's what the whole deck is built around. And then we can exile it to return a card with Flashback to our hand, potentially, because then we can just re-Flashback. We'll get an extra cast out of it. Late game, that's nice. So there's a couple different ways this goes. Turn 2 Creeper, turn 3 Relic. You have 2 spare mana to do with what you will, right? Maybe we're removing something, maybe we're taking a draw. Teferi comes out on turn 4, uses the plus ability, which will give us 5 available mana, because we have the Relic to untap, we have the Root Creeper to untap, we have a spare land to untap, right? So we tap the Creeper, the Relic. Teferi was the 4 mana, right? And then we untap the 3, which puts us up to 5. We cast the Liar. Sick. If we can avoid, you know, some crazy stuff on our opponent's turn, we are all set. That's a turn 4 setup, turn 5 basically full control, which is ridiculous. However, once we get that Lithoform engine in play, we're paying the 2 when the plus is on the stack to tap the engine, copy the ability untaps the engine, and then we tap the creature, we tap the land, then they untap, and then the like it copies, and you can do that as many times as you want. Build life, build mana. Once you have a whole bunch of mana and you're decided that you don't want to do this anymore, you can copy an instant or sorcery spell, which is great, or a permanent spell that you control. The permanent spell isn't much. We really only have the Skyclave Relic and the Creeper and the Alchemist to copy. But if you're copying an instant or sorcery spell, well, now that's a different story, right? We have a lot of really cool things we can copy. The most noted is Alrund's Epiphany for 7. Take an extra turn, make 2 birds, exile it. We can foretell for 6. But what's really cool is with the Liar, we can cast it from our graveyard. So we can Faithful Mending, discard it because it's high mana value. We're not casting it right away. We can also consider it to the grave, potentially, right? If you want. It's something that I've done that works out quite nicely, but again, you can just cast it from your hand because whichever way you cast it the first time, it goes to exile, but it's still powerful enough to include within the deck. All right, so we have the Solitas as well on top of the Skyclave Relic. They're both tapping for mana to untap with Teferi. The Solitas, however, though, whenever day or night changes, you can draw a card, discard a card, and you can pay 3 and tap it to force that change, which is pretty cool, right? Just a little bit of added value. Fading Hope can bounce and scry if mana value is 3 or less. So good. And then consider, look at the top, graveyard if we want, and then draw a card, which is great as well. Fateful Abundance, removal, creature or planeswalker, then they investigate, draw 2, discard 2, gain 2 life, flashback for 3. But again, if we have Liar, we can just re-flashback it for 2, which is nice. Search for Glory is, you know, grabbing probably the Lithoform engine, potentially Teferi or the Liar. Really, really nice stuff there. Plus, it's the life gain, and they're recasting it from our grave with the Liar is insane. And, you know, maybe that's something that we copy with our Lithoform engine as well. Of course, Doomscar to clean up those aggro decks, just keeping it tidy. And then we have the Hall of the Storm Giants. There's the creature for late game beatdowns. We mentioned the sideboard Probation, stopping creatures from attacking, stopping spells from being cast. Sciences, gaining 2 life, which is good for the Alchemist. The land is nice as well. Reduced to memory, exiling stuff is good. The draw through the Archaics, enchantment, artifact removal through the Breach. Anything, scry 2, draw a card, which is maybe better than the exile. I think we dropped the 5 mana colorless exile that lets them draw for the memory. Just because it's not hard for us to bounce a token, right? Really easy, and then it ceases to exist. And then the Mascot Exhibition, right? To create all those tokens. Which can, again, all of these be recast from our grave with Liar, and, you know, we can even, you know, double cast the Mascot's Exhibition through the Lithoform engine if we want, quite easily. So that's the deck, you guys. We're smashing it. I'm loving it. Where do we take it from here? I don't know. That's something that we'll discuss after today's gameplay footage. So let's bust into that now. And while I have your attention, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check out that community Discord. Lots of cool stuff, right? Contests, giveaways, tournaments, all available for free for the entire community. So don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching, and let's check out some cool ass Magic matches. All right, land's pretty hot and is not glorious, but we go first, and that's a big help, right? It's a big help. Kether in the house, and would you look at this, you guys? That's an original trophy. Not the big one that you were able to get with dollary don'ts, but the little one, which actually you could still buy, but I think it's like really, really expensive if you buy it from a store. So yeah, that's just like really cool. We're gonna play our white source here, so we have Mending open. We also have Absence open, but I doubt it. If it's goblins, we just are probably taking the Lord. You know, maybe the Battle Cry. Oof. It's hard to say, though. Probably just looking for, you know, like a field wipe, some more life gain, stuff like this. You know, we've got it. It's a pretty complicated deck to play, so you could probably expect some misplays on my end. But in the play queue, we had a ton of fun with it, and I think it's a good deck. You know, I do a lot of this. Yeah, should we just, like, leave that there? He's doing nothing. But what if they're running counter spells? Right, because I don't want to get just stuck in counterspell land. We got some stuff going on with 3 mana in our hand. Sure. They're just going to play a land, I guess. We should mend while they're tapped. I guess they're going to be tapped there anyways. Gain 2 life, draw 2 cards, then discard 2. I'm going to toss Consider. And Divide. Land out. Solitas out. Root Keeper out. Forget about it, bruh. Don't you worry about it. At this point, my opponent, I believe, is like, what? Okay, what deck are they playing? I can't figure this out. I've never seen these cards before. Let me read this real quick. Tap to add mana. Tap to add 2 mana if it's a flashback. And then we can pay 2, exile it to return a flashback card from exile to our hand, which is sick. They don't want any part of it. You get out of here, boy. I'm kidding. We were just getting started there. You know, the fact that 2 mana with cards with flashback, very, very good, right? And then we have enough mana for Liar, and then we have basically 2 mana of any one color with flashback. So if we drew a land, right, we have Liar out plus Divide by 0 open plus, well, we actually already had Fateful Absence and Consider open. We could have had Faithful Mending open with a land because it makes 2 color of the same within Root Keeper if you are using it on the flashback. So we would be stuck to the single color spells unless we got that land, and then we had everything open for us. So it was like Liar was out next turn, and then, you know, if we do that land, we hit Divide by 0. Whatever spell they cast, boom, Divide by 0, and we can just kind of assume control from there, right? We also get the lesson off of that, which is insane, and then we have Consider and Mending and remove. Like, it's just 2 thumbs up from this guy. Sorry to give the extra explanation at the end there, but that's a really, really good start and something that you should look for within your opening hands, right? I think this is a fairly decent hand. Playing in tapped. Trying to get that relic out on 3. Unless we draw another basic land. What kind of deck are we playing against here? What you got, Willis? Mono white aggro. Gross. That is good. We have Consider, taking 2, potentially 3 damage if it's a Luminarch. We have to foretell Doomscar next turn in case of a Elite Spellbinder. And if there's a Redain, well, that just sucks. I think we need the land. Take Doomscar away from their binder. Uh-oh! I knew you were coming over for a visit. Got the house all tidied up for you. Come on in. Come on over. Take a look around. There ain't nothing to see here.
It's only a matter of time.
All right. Oh, back to back. Did they take search or like what's going on here for them? I mean, all runs is a little bit away, but if they don't take it, I'm definitely casting it. They're taking it. If they don't take all runs Epiphany, I'm gonna cry. Keeping the snowlands as much as we can. And then our graveyard is like... No, our graveyard doesn't have much in it, but... 5, 6... I mean, we could go right to a Lithoform engine. If we get a creature out for mana... Or just go straight to Lyre. The Lyre is a good blocker against them. 5 mana should withhold a lot of their removal. It's a hard call, right? Engine's cool with the Fairy, but we should try to Lyre first. Hopefully it doesn't get Cathar'd. I mean, it's safe from the binder. We have access to Consider, which isn't a bounce. Typically, we like to bounce it. What is that card called? Fading Hope? So a little worried about a Cathar again. They're going to take the Relic. We put a stop so we don't lose our mana. We can... actually, no. It goes to... We put it in our grave because we have the Lyre out. We can just cast it from there. And we draw another card, which is a land. Gross. Hit for 3. Search is fine. Like, search is really good for us. That's nice, too. We have 2 mana left over, only. That's fine, though. The life gain's, like, really good from Teferi. So I'm at 0. Tap this. Untap. Blue and white land. No attacks, and turn. And now we can cast Fateful Absence on their Cave Dragon, potentially. Oh yeah. We're getting set up here. This feels good. I'm pretty sure we win this match. They could Skyclave Teferi. Another binder. And we kill the first. Right, then there's nothing for them to take. And we're not taking any damage this turn. Cave Dragon's 5 mana. I was worried about them playing another land there. They didn't. They take the draw instead. Oh, that's good for later on. So, we're sitting on 7, 8, potentially 9. So let's just do that. Submit 0, tap you, untap the land. All-Round's Epiphany. Thank you. Attack for 3. Should we try to get an emblem? I think they're just done. Let's grab some land. We want the... Oh, where is it? Dun, 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 dun. There it is. The engine. Get that in place as soon as possible. And then we'll plus here. We're not doing anything with this. Submit 0. Tap their creature, untap a land. And then we have removal, but I don't think we need it because we have the defenders. But if we get this root creeper in, now we have the infinite combo, right? With Teferi, the artifact, the creature. And we can just copy Teferi's ability with the artifact that we untap, and the creature generates the mana alongside the land, right? Which is really, really cool. Going first is cool. We don't really have a lot of land, but, like, we're close. In tapped with the breach, and look at, like, this is one of my favorite land arts. Oh! That's hot. This could be a pretty crazy time here. Relic on 3 is nice. This is a control deck, though, and I don't really know what Demir's got going on. I didn't watch CGB's video. I don't... What are you trying to do to me, bruh? So this could be countered. And that probably is a counterspell. End our turn here. Like, I want to play the Liar while they're tapped. Let's just hit for 2. End our turn. I will not cast. Okay. Look at the top 2 cards of opponent's library. Exile one of them face down. Put the other on top of that library. You may look at and play the exiled. Oh, they are tapped. But why not just like... Oh, this is on our end step. So we let them have it. Because they're going to untap, obviously, is their turn. Starts out. Unfortunately, we don't know what it is. They take the sleeve over there, which is pretty cool. Hashtag no sleeve, no respect. For anyone in the know. Wow, they're sticking to their guns, hey? I guess let's just attack again. I wonder what they got. I wonder what they got. All right, man. It's cool. I'll admit it. I like it. Ram sessions. Okay. Land off the top. Alchemist in play. Pass our turn. We need the mana from the creeper for divide. We're 5, 6, 7, 8, so we're getting 2 position. Yeah, I mean, whatever. It doesn't have like a detrimental effect on us. It's not like an all-round or something. Let's just take it to our hand, keep the value. Take our turn. And we lost that mana. We really needed that. Let's try to get that Alchemist back out. End our turn. They have such an advantage from grabbing cards from my deck. And their own, right? It's like they've got a second hand over there. How nice. Oh, you would. I mean, it's just lots of copies of Mascot's exhibition. This is my lithoform engine. Does it come to my hand? Because I am the owner of it. They're the controller. We are able to get that counter out and they're tapped. Liar. And now we get a divide by 0 from our grave for 3. Root Creeper is casting for 2 mana from our grave as well, right? So we can cast all 4 of this from our grave. Let's see if that, that worked out for us here. Now, this could be another counterspell. Oh no, spells can't be countered. You dingling HGG. But they can be bounced back to their hand. Right? That's the thing. Liar in play. Now they're coming to that realization as well. They're like, oh, spells can't be countered. We should actually probably destroy Lithoform Engine, maybe. But if I can bounce it back to my hand, that would be great. Take our turn. Land in play to 7, 8, 9 total mana. Spells can't be countered. So they could remove the Liar. That uses their mana. Okay, this looks good. We hit for 7. Land in play. We have a Divide by 0 that we could double cast for 6. We have 1 extra. That will be the Hope. One, 2, 8, 9. Right, could I 7? No. We need 10, right? 6, 7, 8, 9. We can't do it. But I might want to divide twice. I don't know. Let's just keep it safe. Keep it simple. We have a lot going in our favor here. Sure, go ahead. Divide by 0. As good as a counterspell. However, when you're in a field of things that can't be countered, oh, hot dog. Now that's feeling great. They have a big hand still. Let's take Sciences. The life gain off the Alchemist would be cool. Pest Summoning? Do we even care about that? They only have 1 mana. Just bounce back to their hand. Let's take the Breach. We could have bounced the tokens as well. 2, 4, 7, 8, 9. I think we should have given them that, though, and kept our divide. And not been greedy about the damage. We still have 5, 6 mana up. That's enough. And we're just chilling, right? Let's settle down. They're gonna use the meat hook. We should have saved our thing for the meat hook here. I want the scry. Now, if they still have a counterspell here, we could be in trouble, but I think we're okay. We just need to land off the top, which we don't get. We don't really have much in our grave that we're casting anymore. Like, we kind of drained it out for the most part. Let's go Mascot Exhibition first. This definitely pulls a counterspell, right? Huh. Interesting. I guess, why not? That was supposed to be a blue source. Thought it was an island. So they have to wipe the field again here. These are exiles, not deaths, so they don't gain life. Could double play it, but then they could have removal again. And we wouldn't have protection if they did. Rah. What is that last card of ours over there? We can bounce a token, which is nice. Cram is annoying. They gain quite a bit of life. And that's their third cram. We would have already won, but they're getting so much life. Like, that's literally their third cram sessions. Which is 12 life right there. Plus, is that their second sciences? You know, up to 14 life gained already. Bounce the token, scry 1. Land goes. End turn. I'm not going for it. You jerk. If they get our All-Runs Epiphanies, I'm gonna freak out. Hit for 2. Well, take 1 damage. They gain 2 life. That's at least their 16th life. That is good. That is good. If we had a creature land, we'd be in way better of a position. So they only lose 1 life there, because they gain 2. And they have their... maybe that's ours, actually. Could be, I don't know. Wow. Wow. We almost had them. And we might still get them. Really going hard on that Deluge. That's their third one. They're at 28, we're at 32. It's too many lands, man. They'll never tap out. Oh my god. Nice. Again, they've what are they up by, like 19 life they've gained or something? Like a ridiculous amount. I wish I had my haul out. They have 7 mana. They're debating whether they counter this or not. They do go for it. They're putting those counters back in the deck. Loving it. And that gets exiled, which is great too. Should we say screw it and just go for it? I guess not. Oh! The plot thickens. We have 4 available mana. Probably just a blue source. And then we're chilling. We hold up Fading Hope to bounce the Liar back from their removal. Maybe we should have killed their hook, but I bet they have another. It's too bad they don't lose life there. Sad. Yeah, we don't have Fading Hope anymore. Got exiled. And they're probably back to having counter magic. Yeah. Yeah. So that's probably game. We don't have much going on here. They get pretty lucky with those Siphon Insights. Really just letting it rip. But I guess off Memory Deluge. Pretty cool, man. It's always cool. I never have to watch CGB's content. I just get to see other people playing it. Right? This will be the first time I ran into this deck. And it's nice. It looks like a banger for sure. And there's my all-runs epiphany, I'm sure of it. Boom! We get out of there. Woof, woof, baby. A great match. We almost had them, but oh man, that Siphon Insight is nasty, yo. Going first, please and thank you. Jade Penguin in the house. Intapped. I want to get this relic out on 3. That's important to me. Boom. Fairy would have been cool on turn 3, but turn 4's fine. Valkyrie is ultra annoying, yo. Rampadelphia. What you got, Willis? Righteous Valkyrie in that hand, or what? Every good player would. Huh. I'll try it. They must have just like instant removal for it, I bet.
Someone call for a hero?
Yeah. You do! You're such a dog, bro! Okay. Soul Shatter, nice. Oh, no. There's gonna be a string of angels. That's hard for us to deal with. Wow. We have to take it. 1 in hand, 2 in sideboard. Oh my lantern. That discard is nasty, man. What are you doing that for? We're on 4-5. Let's take the draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which would be only 3 more cards than us. This is a draw. Okay, so full control. Oh no, but this will resolve first. That doesn't work. Little look-see-do here. Oh. So we're supposed to put this in our grave normally and play with our lyre. Yeah. Follow the game plan. Follow the game plan. So they're going to play as many angels this turn to get that double strike to work. We should have just taken the 4 damage this turn, maybe. Probably. Most definitely we should have just taken the last 4 damage, I think, actually. Oh, these lands are so good. I know we had 7 mana to cast it, but then what do we get? Just like the 2/1/1s? There's no double strike. Youthful Valkyrie, sure. Oh, that's good. Too many lands. Too many lands, man. How are you enjoying that land, sir? All 4 breaches. 3 of our farmlands. I guess we should keep those to discard. Yeah, we're gonna win by a landslide. Get it? Do they have double removal? Down to 6. Maya, we need some help. These are all of our Doomscars as well. Another land off the top. Incredible. I mean, at least we're finding Doomscars along our journey, but I'm pretty sure they still have 2 more, like, that's 3 angels total that we still have to deal with here. We're out of mana. But... No! Oh, it's so close! Back to the Future. Pretty deadly. I absolutely love the new Teferi. The fact that you can go infinite with it is pretty silly. It's actually not that hard to do. We did it in the play queue quite a bit. However, it's a little bit different in Mythic, and people aren't having it, right? As soon as you kind of get to that point, people would concede. They're just like, okay, you know what? This is not working out for me. I'm out. New match time. I need to climb that rank. So it's like one of the more janky control decks that I've been able to build while remaining relatively competitive, which is cool. That's obviously my main focus, is to play and win matches in Mythic with new decks every single day, right? That's kind of my motto, and you know, so far we've been able to hold true to it, and just having a great time. It actually feels a lot better to cast Alrund's Epiphany, even if you're copying it, as long as you're not using Goldspan Dragon, right? Like, I feel so bad when I put the 2 cards together, but taking them apart, I don't feel as bad, and I just wish that it didn't exile and we could recast it with the Liar, but it is what it is. With that out of the way, what would you guys like to see in this deck that hasn't been included right now? Does anything beat Alrund's Epiphany that we could recast? Is it better to run Magma Opus? Question mark? This is what I want to know. Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all again for your time and attention. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join that community Discord that I keep rambling on about, right? Contests, giveaways, tournaments, all for free for you. Hundreds of dollars a month. No joke. Hundreds and hundreds. Where is all my money going? Enjoy, you guys. Check out some more great content. We have a ton of really cool Innistrad decks in my recent uploads. And with that, have a magical day. We'll see you soon in the next.